Hello, welcome to the Live Pod Networking event. We have some exciting things today, but first off, let's get intros underway. Number one.
Good afternoon. No, what is it? Good morning. Hi, this is Tracy Ford. I am a mindset master and empowerment coach for Black women and supporting them in their healing from trauma so that they can confidently and fearlessly embrace their authentic selves, reignite their purpose, and reclaim their worth unapologetically.
Beautiful. Number two.
Hello, everyone. My name is Princess. I am a business transitional coach. I thrive in working with ladies who are currently feeling like they're meant for more and they're in the corporate space. And I help with the mindset shifts that are required for them to transition from being a struggling employee to a thriving business owner. So happy to be here.
Thank you so much for being with us today. And number three.
Good morning, ladies. My name is Kelly Van Hovelen. Currently, I do marketing strategy for small businesses. So we work on clarifying marketing messaging, developing content around their message, and then developing a 3-month or 6-month plan for how to get all of their content out in the world through digital marketing. I have one exciting thing coming up this year, or this month, I guess, that I am also launching a course teaching other done-for-you service providers how to get started and grow their business so they can finally make their full-time income and stop living in the feast and famine lifestyle that sometimes comes with being a freelancer.
Thank you so much. And I will go ahead and introduce our speaker for today. She is Aja Vancica, the founder of Lux Coach Lifestyle. She is a master life coach for coaches, coach trainers, and she's the creator of the barcode method coaching model. She helps coaches who want a more soul-aligned approach to how they coach, burn down the rules and break out of imposter syndrome and insecurities so they can show up as the fullest expression of who they truly are and step into their next level identity as a powerful creator of change and transformation, confidently helping clients get any result they want and become the example of what's possible, create the impact, income, and independence they desire on their terms and manifest the wildly successful Lux Coach lifestyle and business they dream of. We're super excited to have Aja. Let's have a round of applause for her. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. That was a long intro. Like, I wonder who wrote that up. Me, I did. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much, Sarah, for inviting me and allowing me to speak today. I love what you're doing here. Love the Live Hive. Love you. And this is such an amazing space. And so I thank you again for allowing me to show up here and talk to everyone about something that we all want, and that is to create the results that we really, really want to have. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm not one of those people who do very well with small talk. So how's the weather where you are? Great. Awesome. Here too. All right, let's go. So, in what I want you guys to really think about, this is going to be really short and really sweet and to the point, and something that I think that you guys are really going to really benefit from. And it's really going to make you think, like, where are you at right now? And what is it going to take to get you from where you are now to where it is that you want to be? I know that's like a question that we usually ask, like all of our questions, our clients, where are you now? And where is it that you wanted to be? And so this is actually for you as well, something for you to consider in getting to the results that you want is, what is that? What is it that you're really, really wanting? And understanding how you actually create results is super, super important, not just for you, but also for you as a coach and helping your clients to be able to get to the results that they want. So where are you? What is it that you're wanting to create right now? And how do you actually get there? One of the things that I love to coach on is the barcode method, which is the coaching model that I created. BAR stands for beliefs plus actions equals results. So as you're looking at what it is that you're wanting to create, then looking at the processes that you need to take to get there is super important. So you've got your results that you're wanting to create. We all understand that there's some kind of action that needs to happen. You need to take some kind of action in order to get to the result that you're wanting to get to. So not really thinking about first, what are those actions? You really have to think about first, what is it that is making me take the actions, right? So, hey Kim, what are the steps that you are needing to take? Is not as important as really looking at what are the beliefs you're having in the moment, because this is the thing. Whatever it is that we're believing in the moment is what's creating the results or what's creating the actions. And whatever is creating the actions, of course, you can understand is going to show up in the results that you have. So I really want you guys to think about it just for a moment. And just, I want you to think about the situations that you see on TV or even in yourselves. It's always easier to look at someone else's issues and see exactly what's going on than it is for you to look at the things that's going on with yourself first. So think about a movie that you've seen recently, your favorite movie, whatever it is. I want you to think about the main character and what was going on in the movie. There was a result that that character created. And whether it was a situation that was wanted or unwanted, right? You know, there's all kind of situations. Whether it was wanted or unwanted, what were the actions that actually got them there? And then really thinking about, well, what was going on in their mindset? What were they believing? What were they thinking? What were they feeling in the moment? An important distinction to, I believe, is super, super important, is a lot of times we think about the law of attraction and how it's our thoughts that create our reality. I like to take it a little bit deeper and say it's our beliefs that create our reality, because we have a million thoughts a day, a million thoughts a day. So if you are thinking all the things, not all of them actually are creating a problem for you. You know, you haven't really given it meaning, so it doesn't really matter so much some of the thoughts that you're thinking. It really matters when it becomes a something that is meaningful, and that meaning turns into a belief. You know, what is a belief? A belief is a thought that you think over and over and over again until it becomes a belief, and you give it meaning, and it's either going to keep you from doing something or push you into doing something. So in thinking about that, you can understand these characters in the movies, whatever it is that they're believing in the moment is driving them to have some kind of feeling. Maybe the husband came home and his wife is cheating on him. So he left out of the house in anger, you know, feeling all these things. He's believing in the moment, my marriage is over, I hate my wife, you know, all the things. So he gets to the bar and he is believing all of these things in the moment. So then what happens? He gets into a fight in the bar and then he ends up in jail, you know, whatever the movie is. Okay, that's a movie I just made up. But whatever the movie is, you can really just, and this is going to make you so mad at me right now, because now you guys are going to watch movies and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I see what's going on here, the belief, the action, and the result. And so you're not going to be able to actually watch movies or talk to people on the phone without thinking, oh, I see. Mm-hmm. They're believing this in the moment, which caused them to take this action, and that's how they got that result. It really is just that simple. So when you look at, if you think about that, that's what you can track in movies or even in yourself. You are feeling just sad, maybe because you are having a hard time getting clients, right? And so because you're feeling sad, then what happens? You go and get the ice cream. And so you start eating the ice cream, and then what happens? You gain the weight, and you still don't have any clients because you didn't put any other actions towards it. So I want you to really think about and identify what those beliefs are that you're having in the moment. Whenever you are having some kind of challenge, whenever you're having some kind of imposter syndrome or insecurities, or oh my gosh, woe is me, any kind of second guessing and self-doubt, really to stop and look at what it is you're believing in the moment and ask yourself 3 or 4 questions. And these questions I got from Byron Katie. Or is anyone familiar with the work of Byron Katie? Raise your hand or put a 1 in the chat box. And I love the simplicity that she has in the questions that she asks. And that is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true? And do you have evidence that do you have evidence that it is absolutely true, like 100%? And then I go even further and I say, Is it, okay, Kimmy doesn't know, Kelly doesn't know. Okay, great. Princess, I've actually never heard. Yeah, a lot of people don't know who Byron Katie is. Yes, Sarah, yes, I introduced you to Byron Katie. And so I go one further and I say, is this belief that I'm having in the moment actually helping me to get to the result that I want to have? And if not, which the answer is going to be no. And if no, then what is the belief that I can actually have right now that is really believable to help me take the next steps to get to where I want to get to? So it's really a very simple process, but just because it's a simple process doesn't mean that it doesn't take practice. It takes loads and loads and loads of practice. So just a little bit about Byron Katie, since most of you guys don't even know who she is. And she has what she calls the work by Byron Katie. And if you look up Byron Katie, Byron, and then last name Katie, Katie, I believe that's the spelling. If you look her up, and she has on her website these three questions and a turnaround, kind of that. And what it really does is to help you to understand that basically the beliefs that we're having in the moment that's keeping us to get to the results that we want are probably not true. And it's really a hard pill to swallow that we're the ones that's keeping us from getting to the results that we want. How many of you all believe that? Raise your hand or put a 1 in the box if you ever believe that you are not the reason why you are having the results that you are having. Just raise your hands or put a 1 in the box if you've ever thought, oh, I'm not the reason why that I have the results that I have. A lot of people, we look at the situations and we put the blame on other people. And I know I do. It's just like, it's never my fault. I'm a Virgo, I'm perfect. So nothing's ever my fault, right? So it's my kid's fault. It's the world's fault, everybody's fault. It's Sarah's fault. It's everybody's fault, right? So I don't ever really look to myself first until I started to really train myself to look at, okay, well, if the results that I have are caused by the actions, and the actions that I'm taking are caused by what it is that I'm believing in the moment, then it really gets to be that easy to decide to have a different belief. Now that you know, what is that for, Princess? That smiley face, what is that? Now that you can identify what's really going on with your beliefs in the moment, and to help you create a new action to eventually help you ultimately have a different result, then after you've identified that, now you get to actually start to work on the beliefs. The beliefs is the hard part, right? Because if we really if we really were where we wanted to be, we'd already have those beliefs in place. So the one thing that I find with my clients that they do that is totally keeps them from actually taking the steps is that they try to go too big with the results or the beliefs that they are now wanting to create. Let's see, Princess says it's everybody else's fault but yours. Oh, yes, okay, she knows she's a Virgo too, so we don't do any wrong. I don't know about y'all, what signs y'all are, but Virgos, we don't do any wrong. So, we're perfect. Anyway, so when you are trying to create or cultivate a belief that's going to help you get to the results that you want to have, it's very imperative that you don't try to go too big, but that you actually don't stay in your comfort zone. You really want to stretch yourself just a little bit. I know Tracy's shaking her head because she knows all about the thoughts and the feelings and the actions and the results. She knows all of it, right? So what I like to do is to use what I like to call a belief ladder or a belief scale, whatever you want to call it, going up the rungs. And you're looking at what is it that you're needing to believe in the moment that's going to actually help you to get to the result. So let's just say that the result that you want to create is maybe a 10K month. We're all here, we're all business owners. We all want to, the epitome of having a business, of course, is to have that time and money freedom, but it's a business, so we all want to make money, so some kind of money, right? So let's just go with that example. You want to have a 10K month. Now, if you don't believe that you can have a 10K month, and that's a belief that I'm not going to tell you to, well, you know what? You need to start believing that you can have a 10K month. because in your mind, your brain is going, no, no, we don't believe that. Like your brain has two jobs. It is number one to keep you safe, and number two is to help you to create what support you in creating whatever it is that you want, as long as it does not mess with number one. It's like an iRobot situation over here. If you've ever seen that movie, I love iRobot with Will Smith in it. So if you are trying to up level like we all want to do, and your brain is like pushing back, then you have to understand that that's just what it's meant to do, and you have to start with something, a belief that it can actually help you in supporting you to actually get to. So maybe you don't believe that you can have 10K months. What is it that you can believe? What's a belief that you can believe today to help you get to where you want to be? So what the beliefs are meant to do is to help you take inspired action. It's supposed to inspire you to get moving, get going. Let's get this together. Let's get moving so that we can create the results, because you don't create results without the actions, but you need to have the belief in place first to create the best results for yourself. Now, that doesn't go to say that you can't create results with a half managed mind, because you can, but just think of how much more you could do if you manage it a little better. So create a belief that is actually believable. Maybe starting with something like, I can get out there and share valuable content with people. I can help one person. Maybe you can start with that belief instead of moving to, I can create a 10K month. So just think about, when you are creating these beliefs, just how inspiring it's going to be for you to get out there and start taking action than if you were believing, oh my gosh, I can't create a 10K month. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Like when you believe that in the moment, because you don't have that belief about yourself in every area of your life. If you're a mom, you know you can take care of your kid. You've been doing it, right? If you went to college, you know you graduated, then you know that that's something that you could do. You don't believe that you totally suck in all areas of your life. You believe that you're sucking in this very limited space in this very moment. So just think about that for a second. How do you show up if you are feeling like, woe is me, I don't know how? Versus if you were showing up with, yeah, what I have is valuable. Not the, I can make 10K, because if that's not something that's believable, you're just hurting yourself, hindering yourself more than you're helping yourself to get out there and create the momentum to get you there. So yes, Princess says, I love the incremental belief method. It makes things easier. It really does, because it's really about you creating that momentum. It doesn't have to be that you have to, maybe you don't even reach the 10K month, but think about the momentum that you will have created by just getting out there and doing more and more and more and more and more, because you created the belief that you could make $50 that month, or you could help one person that month, or that you could share your message with 2 people, just that kind of thing. So that's it. Tell me, does anyone have any questions? I would love to help you guys. If anything is specific in any kind of particular challenge or situation that you've got going on that you would like to have that you like to have a different result in, or that you like to have help in creating a belief around to help you. Let's see. Tracy says, incremental. Yes. I don't know what you're talking about, Tracy. Are you talking about that you need help with getting up at 7 a.m.? Yes, okay. Well, okay, so I guess the first question would be, like, why do you feel like you need to get up at 7 a.m.? And what gets to happen when you get up at 7 a.m.? What are you working towards that for?
The reason why I want to get up at 7 a.m. is because it's better for me from a physiological perspective, because I can stay up to 4 a.m. in the morning, and then I'll get back up at 11 a.m. and start working all over again. I'm not a workaholic, but I know it needs to get done. And I realized this morning excuse me, that I have this conditioning that I have to be working at a certain time throughout the day. Um, I got to get some work in throughout the day. And I'm just really not that morning person. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I do not like to get up in the morning at 6 a.m. Period, point blank. That is the honest truth. I don't. I prefer to get up when my body is ready to get up versus having to get up on schedules. However, I do realize when I get up at a certain time consistently, I'm more productive. I can get in more things that I want, no, not want, need to do. And then I have more time to do the things that I want to do. But it's just, I need an accountability partner, and my husband isn't the greatest accountability partner.
I see Sarah is shaking her head.
That's going to make me feel a certain kind of way where I go, wait a minute, I don't want to be fussed at. Because when my husband does it, it's like, anyway, you didn't wake me up. So.
Okay. I'm going to tell you this. I think that it's going to be super helpful for you. I want you to consider this. I love journal prompts. Like, I'm a journal prompt girl. It has helped me to get to like all of the confidence that I need to get to help my clients to get out there and do all the things, and to really be able to understand that I can create a business based on my own terms in whatever way I want to create it in. And I actually got this from two of my coaches, which it took me actually 2 years to actually, it was to be like, oh, I get it now. You know, it took me a while. It took me a long while to actually really get it. And when I say really get it, it's the use of journal prompts and how magical they are at helping you to get to where you want to get to. So I would actually journal on what would things be like for you if you got up at 7 a.m. And if I just decided to get up at 7 a.m. and or be the coach that gets up at 7 a.m., I would, and then journal on that and see what the truth is that comes up for you. I think a lot of times we want things, but the truth may be that that's not really what it is that our soul is calling us to now experience. So, and really just journaling on that and bringing out your truth to see if there is a different way for you to actually show up. Like one of my coaches, she doesn't even start, she gets up and she has the whole morning for herself. And she doesn't start even having coaching calls until like 12 or 1 o'clock. And what she realizes that by not making herself get on a schedule where people are like, this is the productive time and this is when you're supposed to be working, that she actually allowed her to actually pour into herself more and be able to show up for her clients more. And really, again, the whole word of connecting with your soul to learn what your truth is really something that she really learned for herself. Is this is what it is that is my truth, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I actually get to just share with everyone this message that I now have for myself, that I don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning in order to be the best coach ever. I can really do it in whatever way that is good for me, and be the example of what's possible, as Brooke says, right? Be the example of what's possible, because I get to create my business and my life on my own terms. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. Sarah says, great advice. I need to do more journal prompts. Yes, journal prompts are, to me, it's something that I share with my clients. We're journal prompt up in my coaching programs, because what I find is that we don't actually really know like truly what it is we desire. Like we have like a surface level of, yeah, like I want this and I want that. And then things will change and then we're like, oh my gosh, why is, what I'm wanting changing? We put so much pressure on ourselves to want the right things, but we don't even know what that is. We can say all day long what it is we don't want. We could talk about that. We could talk about all the negative feelings, how we're feeling, and all those things. But when it comes down to what it is that we really truly want, it gets to be a little bit tough for us to actually explain those things and to actually really like connect with what it is that soul is now calling us to experience, to even step into being our next level selves, to have the goals that we actually really want. So journal prompts, love them. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. I have three coaches, and my coaches' names are Stacey Bayman, Katrina Ruth, and Jessica Caver Lindholm. And Jessica Caver Lindholm and Katrina Ruth basically are like the same. They have a lot of the same. They do a lot of journal prompts. They have a lot of their offers are kind of like along the same lines of burn the rules down, create the life that you want on your own terms, and they're business coaches, but they're also mindset coaches. So yes,
How do you spell Karina's and Jessica's name?
Katrina, Katrina Ruth. Let me put it in here. I'll put this in here. Katrina Ruth, Jessica Caver, Lindholm, and I know you know Stacey Bayman, but I'm gonna put this in here. Stacey Bayman has a completely different like outlook on completely different than what Katrina Ruth and Jessica Caver Lindholm are. And I love the difference because I think Stacey is a little bit more logical and Katrina and Jessica are a lot more woo. And I love the contrast that they both give me because I'm logical and I'm woo. And I think we all are to a certain extent. We have a little bit of, and when I say woo, woo to me is soul. It can be, people can call it God led or spirit led or, you know, whatever. I call it soul. And so woo for me is all about soul. And I think that we all kind of have a little bit of that in ourselves. And but we fight with it, you know, we fight with the I gotta be logical, like this makes sense and it's gotta make sense. And it's just like, oh, but I want to be like the butterflies and the flowers and kind of like ease and flow. It's like, how do you connect? Oh, how do you connect the two of them and have a successful business? Like, you know, but it does get to be that easy. It really, really does. And I think that once you have to learn the rules and then you can break them. I know that sounds crazy, but you literally have to learn the rules. And the rules are basically that you get clear on what your messaging is so that you can go out there and share it with the world. And then you get to basically break the rules on how you do that. Like we all know that everything works, right? We all know that if you are NLP coach, it works. Or if you studied the Tony Robbins way, coach, or the Brooke Castillo way, it works. If you are deciding that you want to be in the Facebook groups or on Instagram or on Clubhouse, it all works. So we literally just get to tap into what that truth is and figure out what feels good to us. Like what is it that we're using for our own selves that's making us feel lit up and on fire and having a wonderful, this joyful life and being able to create a business with all of those tools is magnificent. Like you are not a unicorn, so there's tons of people who are going to vibe with the way that you do things. And if you do that instead of what's going to sell, what do the people want, if you're creating based off of how you feel, what feels good to you to go out there and talk about, it goes back to the beliefs of just think about how lit up and on fire you're going to be to get out there and talk about all of those things when you are loving what it is that you're talking about. So yeah, I think I got off subject, but okay. Princess says I was on Katrina Ruth's email list till recently. Okay, she sends a lot of emails. Ooh, she sends a lot of emails. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. Okay, Kelly says, let me just make sure I answered everybody else's question. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So Kelly says, how do you know when it's time to go up the belief ladder? Or their goals in place with each step? So your goals are all based off of course, what is the goal? What is the result that, and that's a really great question, Kelly. What is the result that you're wanting to create? The what we tend to really think that if we just the affirmations that we use and all of that. I love affirmations, I think that they don't work as well as the writing your reality practices, scripting, and the gratitude, and using the gratitude to first take those steps of listing out what you're grateful for, and then going into the writing your reality practices, because it's not allowing you, the affirmations make you say things or make you want to believe things that your brain just doesn't function with right now. It's just not there yet. So when you are starting on the belief ladder or the belief scale, like I haven't decided what I'm going to call it. Stacey Bayman calls it the belief, I don't know what she calls it, belief ladder or whatever. But anyway, when you are starting at the whatever it is that your brain is needing for you to whatever it is that your brain is needing for you to believe in that moment, for you to take the next step, that's what it is. As you go along, then you'll know when you need to move up the scale. It's just basically, what am I needing today? What am I needing today? And that's part of what I do in the morning. I sit right over there on the couch with my cup of matcha green tea latte or whatever it is that I'm drinking for the day. And I just journal out. And if it's something that I don't really know, I don't really know what it is that I'm needing today, then that's just my question. What is it that I'm needing today? And a lot of times what comes up for me is it just comes back to my messaging. Well, what am I needing today? Okay, well, what is the message that I'm wanting to share today? And if I'm feeling some kind of way about sharing it, then really, why? Why am I feeling that way? Why am I feeling kind of funky about sharing this particular part of my life, or what it is that I'm doing? Do I think people are gonna think that I'm crazy, and all the kinds of things? People are gonna say all the bad things about me. They're gonna post all the stuff. I'm gonna have all the trolls, and yay to trolls, because when you get those, you know you're doing something. It's like, yay. You said, what about me? Thank you. But your brain, you'll know, what is it that you're needing today? So if you are, let's just say you are wanting to create 5 clients in February, right? And so maybe you don't believe that you can create 5 clients in February, but you would like to believe that you can, but that's just not where your brain is going. So you have to go with, what's believable for me right now that's going to help me to get out there and take some actions. It's not that you are creating the belief to get the 5 clients, but ultimately you are, by creating the belief of what it is that you're needing to do right now to take some actions. And in doing that, you're actually working towards creating the 5 clients. Because if you don't get out there and do things to create the 5 clients, then you won't create the 5 clients. But if you're doing some things, even if it's little things, then it's going to lead to more, and it's going to lead to more, and it's going to lead to more. Now, that doesn't say that just because you're working on the belief scale to move up, that doesn't mean that you're not having to have some kind of discipline. But the discipline comes in you sitting on that couch and writing, doing the work of what is it that I'm needing today, and really getting into that energy. I love the writing your reality process, because it also helps you to work up the belief scale. And what the writing your reality process is you writing out all the things as if they're already happening. So you can start with, I am a coach who has 5 clients in February. I love working with my 5 clients. I love working with the 5 clients that are going to start working with me in February. You can start there by writing that, but then what you're going to start getting into is my clients, my tribe loves the information that I put out. I love getting on Facebook Lives and connecting with people. I have my emails, my clients, my soulmate clients open up my emails. So when you're saying things like that, then it's going to really drive you to take the actions to do those things. Like if you're saying my clients love opening my emails, then are you going to go out there, you're just going to not create emails? No, you got to create some kind of emails for them to open, right? But that's you just building yourself up so that you can actually take the actions. And even though the top goal is to create the 5 clients in February, the other actions that you're writing your reality on is what you're going to be doing to create that momentum to get there. So that's going to help you to move up the belief ladder. Two is to doing the writing your reality practice. And even just, like I said, asking yourself, what am I needing to today? What do I need to believe today to help me to create the results that I want? Like, what is it? And really just start there. You can work yourself way up. You can ask yourself that question every day. You can ask yourself that question every time you need to get on a consult call, anytime you need to get on a Facebook Live, anytime you need to create an email. It's like, what is it that I'm needing to believe right now in this moment? Does that help you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that does. Yeah,
No,
thank you. I do. I know that I'm really good at sitting down and like planning out my day and writing everything that I'm going to do. But then when I get to actually getting it out there in the world, like the mindset shifts and the overwhelm happens and all of that stuff. So I like your advice for revisiting that prompt, whenever I need to, because I definitely do that.
Whenever, yes, it is so good. I call it getting into my free flow energy. I'll just like write. My clients love everything I put out. I'm a magnificent coach. I get massive results for people. My tribe loves my tribe loves buying my things. My soulmate clients vibe with everything that I put out. I just write and I write. I have a whole my journal edits over there. I just write all the things. Like I'll have like 2 or 3 pages of list just full of just words about what it is I do. I make $8,500 a month. My emails are convert like crazy. People love paying me. Making money is easy. Clients come to me with fees. I have rockstar clients. My clients shout my name from the rooftops. Like I get massive amounts of referrals every month. Like I just do that whenever I'm ready. I need to get pumped up. And apparently I don't need to right now because I've had lots of coffee this morning, as you can see. But I need to get pumped up and get into that energy of being just confident and having certainty around my ability to help people and my ability to show up for my clients in a way that makes me feel amazing, right? Then I just do that practice. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't need to, and I think that's the beauty of it is you do it when you need to, and I don't always do it in that way. Sometimes I'll just talk to myself, so what am I needing to believe right now? I believe that I can help anybody, or if I'm getting on a call with a client and I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, just like I don't even know, I don't even know, then I would just say to myself, well, what do I need to believe right now? I believe that I have the skills to help anybody get any result. Like I truly believe that. And that didn't come like from yesterday. That came over years of practice of me learning to really connect with my soul and be able to say, hey, just get curious about the process. Hey, what is it? What's going on? Just like with Tracy, like I just wanted to know. I'm curious about why she felt like she needed to do that. Just really being masterful at my coaching, and that's taken me some years. So it doesn't have to take. You may not be as hard-headed. So she's hard-headed. Yes. This one here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It looks like I've answered all of the questions. Yes. And if no one has anything else, then I'm going to turn it back over to Sarah.
Thank you so much. Can you all hear me? Hello? Am I muted?
Mm-hmm. No, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aja. That was such a refreshing and perfect groundwork for us to start this year off right. Any result you want, there it is. It's not rocket science, right? We can all do and grow and be and give and impact the world with just these simple things. And it's not maybe so simple. You have to work at it. What I was just saying, it is a lot of work, and it's not something you're taught in elementary school or high school to coach yourself and to do those prompts. And thank you so much for your message today. I appreciate it so much.